Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you're receiving this message, it's your boy Tio from Whatwouldteosay Photography and Gallery. This is the last artist talk video in the studio. Got my little brother's artwork in the back. It was only right. We're in the space where we call Jimmy's room. And is a little bit of a QA, and then we're also going to discuss um, the show. So the show is Goodbye 93 Allen Street. The show is about it's a celebration of 93 Allen. It's the accumulation of 4 years, seeing the history of it. We're going to have a photo collage. We're going to have a couple other things. I don't want to give too much because I want you to come and celebrate this moment with me. I've been shooting in Allentown for almost a decade or so, and and those are the photos I'm going to show and reveal. I've been coming to Allentown before I owned the space. So those are, you're going to see some street photography. You're going to see some show stuff, event stuff. You're going to see a whole lot of stuff. The curated shows, some of the stuff that we were able to do, and that I'm proud of, definitely proud of. And this is a this is tough, So we're gonna go right into the QA. These are the questions people been asking me, and the first question is, why are you shutting down? When it all comes down to it, it's about choosing myself first. I've gave and gave and gave and supported so many things. At the end of the day, I stopped doing things that brought me pleasure, which is my projects, my photography work. If you've been following me for a long time, that that's who I am. I'm a poet, I'm a photographer, I have a lot of things in my basket, and it kind of got put set aside because the gallery required a lot from me. It required me to show up every day. It required me to help others, to make sure that artists was given a fair shot and in this thing called the art world, because it's not fair. I'm gonna call it the way it is. So I always consider this the gallery like a baseball farm before you go into the pros. I you get the chance to showcase your work. You get the chance to see the inner workings on how you go about pricing, setting up things, and things of that nature. So I'm honored that I was able to give my knowledge and share it with others. I'm forever grateful. So that's question one. And question two, what happens next? Um, what happens next? The business is still going. I am still an active professional photographer. I'm still taking on clients. I'm still doing the work. Both commercially and also my private project stuff. It's time to go back into being an artist. I have major projects that I want to work on, and it requires me to be mobile for the most part. So that's the deal with that. So if you need photography work done, things of that nature, some video, I'm your man. I'm here. That ain't gonna stop. WWTS photography is still in business. Let me say that again. WWTS photography is still in business. We just don't have this beautiful space called 93 Allen Street anymore. We're shutting it down permanently. We're closing the doors, and the near future we'll probably have another space, but that's in the near future. Right now is to stay focused, work, grind, and create great work. That's my goal. So those are the two main questions that have been brought to my attention, have been asked, and I just wanted to kind of do a video on it. And yeah, so with that being said, this Friday, July 31st, 2026, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., the doors will open one more time. Come in and celebrate with the kid. Come laugh, cry, share what you would love to share. I would love to hear it. I've been getting a lot of positive messages, and I'm grateful for it. And let's close this thing out properly. Let's do it the right way. We're gonna have some music. I will have my farewell speech before we lock down this place down. And I cannot forget. We will be in Jimmy's room. We will be in his room. We will represent. If you knew Jimmy, you knew he was all about positivity, and that's what we're going to do. And that's what we're going to continue to do. So with that being said, be blessed, be great, be amazing, be who you need to be who you want to be, all that great stuff. With that being said, this is the final Artist Talk video. Peace.